Hello, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Very excited to have Isaac back on the channel. You guys might remember him. He had that awesome conversion van that he made into a budget camper van. Well, today he has a new RV that he's going to give us a tour of.
Yeah, hi, this is Isaac Angel. Welcome to the channel. I'm back again and I'm excited to be here. Today I would like to showcase my new RV, which I've upgraded into, the Itasca 2015 Itasca VIVA 23L that is built on a Ram Promaster 3500 chassis. I'm very excited to have this. It's my new home on wheels, my crash pad. I'm a flight attendant. It's only 10 feet high and I can even drive it on the parkway in New York. Not many cars or vehicles can do that. Come on in and I'll show you around. As you welcome yourself into the cabin, as you can see in the front here, you have plenty of space to accommodate 6 adults around here in this dinette area with a big table. Not only that, this table even flips out and becomes a full-size table that you can definitely accommodate 6 adults over dinner or cards game or whatever you like. This dinette actually converts into a full-size bed by dropping down the table and stretching out the cushions on top of it, and there you go, you have a full-size bed for 2 more adults. Over here in the front of the cabin, both of the seats swivel around, so it adds into the living space, makes it more comfortable. And the Ram Promaster, obviously it's fully loaded with all its glorious features. On the front here I have a shelf area and 2 cabinets that can hold a lot of stuff. Not only that, I have here a beautiful stargazer window that adds so much light into the space. And not to mention, up here above me is a loft bed. This is unique, it's so exciting. On a push of a button, this whole thing comes down and you can accommodate 2 more adults up there comfortably. It's a full size, a little bigger than a full size bed. And then when you're sleeping up here, you're watching the stars, you can't beat that. And all this in a 23-foot vehicle. Here in the center area, I have my L-shaped center galley with amazingly loaded with 2 burner stove, a sink, a very nice big deep sink, pantry area right here with all the controllers in there, the media center, the microwave, one of the 2 TVs on board, and my refrigerator with the freezer. Behind the kitchen, I have in the corner a permanent full-size bed that is fantastic, very comfortable, with a lot of overhead storage. Behind me, I have my wardrobe, lots of storage, drawers, cabinet underneath the sink, a lot of space, a lot of places to store all kinds of stuff. And let me bring you back here into my dry bathroom. I have a shower, not wet, it's dry, with a disappearing shower door, a pedal push toilet, a very nice big sink, mirror, and a medicine cabinet, plus another cabinet underneath the sink. And here I have something special. This is equipped with the water heater, tankless water heater. It's on demand, so that's fantastic. You just turn on the tap, you have hot water flowing. It's really, really nice. Plus AC outlets here, and also a vent with a fan, so that helps with the humidity. And also the shower comes with the skylight, so if you're taller than 6'2", you can easily fit in here. I'm 5'9", so it's not of a big deal. So now that you know the layout of this vehicle, I'd like to show you a little bit more things in details, like the bed. The bed actually has a lot of storage space underneath. It's great, like I don't even utilize it, like I don't even yet have that much space with me, so that like I really don't need it. Above, all these like almost like aircraft overhead bins. It's really nice. They're long, so if you have a fishing pole or something or anything long that can fit, plus that one, it's unbelievable how much storage space this little vehicle has. The windows right there with the MCA sun blocking curtains. It becomes super dark here. 2 reading lights, 2 outlets, and then 2 speakers if I wanted to watch my TV. Right here I have my Max Air fan. It's only outtake, or it sucks only the air out. It doesn't bring anything in, but that's more than enough for me. I have my TV here, which can be swiveled out either into the dining area, the loft bed, or if I want to watch something, I can do it as I can watch it in bed. So that's really, really cool. Underneath, I have my Norcold two-way refrigerator. It's plenty of size. I think it's 5 cubic, and it comes with the freezer. So it's fantastic, and it works great. Cools everything off. And behind the TV up here, I forgot, there's even more storage. This is like really, really great space. It's deep, and I have all kinds of stuff hanging in there. So again, beautiful because it's got so much storage space. Up here, I have my 1300 500 BTU AC, plus it has heating pads, so it helps in the winter to heat up the cabin as well, besides the furnace. All the light buttons are here. Underneath, I have my fuse box. AC, DC, everything is in there. Not to mention that here I have an extensive leaf table here. That's perfect because it adds more space to the counter space. This is actually really, really cool. This comes with a caddy that is already built into the glass. Adds more space to the counter space. The 2 burner stove also has a glass top. So all this area plus the table on the side becomes ample space for cooking, prepping, and anything that you might need this kitchen layout for. Underneath the sink, I have a big, nice, it's a mess a little bit right now, I'm sorry, but plenty of space to store all kinds of stuff. Here I have 3 big, nice, full pulled drawers to store all kinds of stuff. I have a detector over there. More drawers here. They're very deep, nice, big, white. My closet space. It takes a lot of stuff, by the way. It's all a mess right now because I'm planning to clean everything up and go on a camping tour next week. So above the kitchen, I have one big closet, one big cabinet that has so much space for all kinds of stuff that you would like to store. And also another one here on the side, food or more cups. The loft bed, I wanted to mention one thing. Once it's down, this area can become like almost like a bunk bed system. 2 up there and 2 down here. And I also added these little cubbies here, you know, just like side tables if you are in bed and up there, so you want to put your stuff, your phone, your personal devices, so you can actually put them right there and they're right next to you all night long. Coming back, these 2 cabinets right here, they're smaller. Yeah, they're smaller, but still holds quite a bit of stuff. But here I have my second TV, which makes sense because, like, if you're watching, I mean, if you're sitting and dining forward facing, the TV behind you, it serves no purpose. So this one here is perfect. It's hidden away, but it serves these 2 guys or girls that will be sitting there to watch TV if they need to be. Plus, I have a privacy curtain. Those are sunlight blocking ones, and also helps with the heat. As you know, the cab always gets hotter because the windows are not insulated. Talking about privacy, there's more windows and shades up here around the dining area. And the best one, if you have guests and you want to really be private, I have a nice privacy curtain around the bed, so you're isolated in there. Nobody sees you. You don't see anybody. It's wonderful. Coming to the entrance area, I have a really nice big pantry. You can store anything you want. Plus, the pantry houses the one-place control unit that you can turn on off your pump, your heater, your water heater, your generator. You can start it and stop it from here, and you can read your tank status and your battery status. And you can also have your main TV switch turned on from here, plus the tank heaters. The microwave, the Bluetooth, DVD, media center is right here as well. So it's really nice because there's like 4 speakers in the cabin and 2 outside. So this could become a party house. Plus I have this, the Waggle. It's a Amazing modular device. If you have pets with you traveling, this can save their lives, because this constantly monitors the temperature, the humidity, and the power availability in the cabin. And if something goes outside the norms that you set, it sends you messages. It is working with Verizon's cellular signal, and then you know that something is wrong, and you can, head back straight to your RV and protect your babies. Here in the dining area, underneath this bench, I have the storage space, which I'll show you in a minute, is outside, but I can actually reach it from the inside as well. All you have to do is just pull it out and lift this up, and voila, you have the whole storage space that is in here, accessible both from outside and inside, and it's super easy to put it back. You just push it. Done. And over here, unfortunately, there's no storage space underneath this, because Winnebago managed to put the freshwater tank underneath this bench, which is actually really cool, because I've went on skiing weekend with this and friends, and because the freshwater tank is in the vehicle, it never froze. So I had no problem with this RV to be out there in the core of the winter and not to worry about freezing any of the tanks. They're all equipped with heating pads, and the freshwater tank is in the cabin, so that's fantastic. And all the seats actually come with seat belts, so you can actually travel in this 6 people safely on any highway, on any road. If you see around the cabin, there's a lot of electrical outlets. How they get powered is via the onboard gasoline generator. Also, obviously, I can plug it into shore power. However, I also use this awesome generator. It's EcoFlow Delta, 1800 watts with a surge capacity all the way up to 3000 watts, and it can be charged via AC, DC, and solar. And this, I can hook it up to shore power. This becomes my source, and everything here runs smoothly for days to come. It's amazing, and I love this because this doesn't have any solar panels or anything installed. So this actually is my battery, my lithium battery, my inverter, and my solar power center. So this is wonderful. I highly recommend it. This EcoFlow Delta. It works great. Now let's move on to the cab area. Glorious Ram Promaster with all its bells and whistles. I have my navigation, my backup camera. Look how big this windshield is. Like, it's amazing. Like, this thing drives just like an SUV. You don't have to worry about anything. And there's no cab over. Look, it's just like a beautiful design, so aerodynamic. And as I said, like, there's nothing obstructing your vision, your view, and it's very safe. Like, it really drives smooth and just like an SUV. And I'd like to invite you now to the outside, where I have so much more to show you, because it's really cool what Winnebago did with this vehicle. The staircase is actually an electric staircase. Every time the door is shut or open, there's a little magnetic sensor here that enables the staircase to retract or extract. So that is really cool. And if you're happening to forget it and you start driving, this goes inside. I have an electric awning, a 15-foot electric awning. I don't have to do anything. I just press a button and this whole thing comes out, and it even has all the way through a LED light. So at night in a camping ground or by the beach or whatever, so you have perfect light, you know, illuminating this whole area. Over here, oh, mosquitoes, stay away. So I can have this door shut, full air goes in, and no mosquitoes. Thank you very much. I have an exterior. This is the storage space that I showed you earlier that is accessible from the inside. And this one has an amazing feature that Itasca did. The bottom of this is actually a cooler. It's really deep. It goes all the way down. So if you have a party kind of a mode, you can fill this up with a lot of ice and put all your beer and drinks and Coke, or I don't know, whatever, and this is your cooler outdoors. It's really cool. I've got speakers outside, plus 2 sets of speakers inside, which makes this really a party animal almost. Here, another big storage space, just like that one. This one has a built-in cooler as well. I don't use it. I put a partition here, because it's too deep to reach. So I just like managed to put a partition, and I used only the top half of it, and I store a lot of stuff in here. It's very big. And I have my furnace here, outlets, 12-volt outlet, and a cable outlet. And here is the exhaust panels for my refrigerator, and a porch light right there. So if we go around, I have all this LED lighting, plus at the top I have a rear view camera, backup camera. Right here I have a little compartment where I keep my sewage pipe, and a hitch. This vehicle is certified to carry and pull 2,500 pounds of weight, meaning a small car like a smart car or your bikes, you know, anything that is below 2,500, you can carry it with you. Over here I have my combined gray and black tank exhaust connector. I have an outside shower, hot and cold. I have a little pipe that goes into a little hose, and I can shower outside. My freshwater inlet right here. Right here is the compartment where all my cables for my shore power goes, and also there's an actual plug in there, if you can see it, that is directly connected to my onboard generator. So if you are in a boondocking situation and if you want to run the generator, you plug your the shore cable onto that wall and you have power. And now this is the magic. I love this. This is my on-demand tankless water heater. Just like at home, you turn on the water, you want hot water, instantly. You don't have to heat up anything, it's just right there. And this is just a, you know, your freshwater tank. It's locked so nobody can play with it. And right here is your access panel for your propane. This is where you fill it in, and all your control valves and everything are right there. So it's very, very comfortable. Huge mirrors, you can see everything. Normally Class C vehicles come, you know, a little wider, and you can't really see much, really. But this is like so compact. They've managed to keep it so tight, so narrow, yet managed to be able to build so much space inside. These two huge mirrors show you anything you want while driving, so it's very safe. Huge front shield, windshield, as you know. Beautiful design. Itasca, I think, did a great job. It looks sleek. It looks very European, very modern. And I love it. Now, this is my home, in a sense. I'm a flight attendant, most of you already know. And if you don't, so yes, I am a flight attendant. I serve you drinks up in there, but I actually there for your safety, so don't confuse the two. But when I'm flying out of my base, which is away from my home, it's like 2.5 hours, 3 hours drive. So in between trips, this is where I sleep. This is where I rest. This is my crash pad. And if you are a flight attendant or in a situation where you have to be away from your home, hours away from your home for work, and you need a place to stay, don't go spend money on hotels. Buy yourself a mini RV and turn that into your home. I mean, this is fantastic. This is literally home, away from home, on wheels. Like, this is a crash pad for me, and it's fantastic. It didn't fail me at all. I love it. Hope you loved it, and thank you for watching. And if you want to find me on Instagram or YouTube, on Instagram is my name and last name +1, so it's Isaac Angel 1. And on YouTube, I also have a channel. It's called Where Are V Going? So that's a little pun intended, but you know, join me, come and watch. I have a few cool things in there, and if you want to subscribe, I will be forever at your service. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Patrick. I mean, you're amazing.
It's always a pleasure to have you on. Your last tour was extremely popular with our channel viewers. It got a lot of views.
Yeah.
And you gave a lot of excellent tips, and that was a budget build, so there was quite intriguing.
It was only $500.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
For what you did in that small little conversion van. Now, we talk about crash pad and flight attendant. It's a big thing for pilots as well.
Pilots, flight attendants.
And this is something new I just discovered. I never heard about that before, but I had another flight attendant on the channel before, and now you again.
Yes.
And another one soon.
Hopefully.
So this is a whole nother way to be in that career and not have to rent a place.
Correct.
Tell me how it works.
Because it gets really difficult. Like sometimes people don't get to think about it much. When you fly, and we fly throughout all seasons, all holidays, all weathers, those hotels that we might need to book for ourselves in between trips or before a trip or after a trip get sometimes very expensive or not even available. They get booked up. If it's a major holiday or major season or a weather, things could get really chaotic. So instead of like having the problem of getting stranded at an airport where you need to go and rest, this comes to become a lifesaver. This is your home, as I said. You don't have to deal with any hotels, any friends' sofa, hopefully that willing to accommodate you. And not to mention, during COVID, this was such a lifesaver because I didn't want to be in a room which I didn't know who slept in that bed before me, with the virus being so, you know, what it was, unfortunately. So this was mine, this was private. I know I only was in it. So it was safe as well for me in the COVID times.
And I guess there's some certain criteria you need to be able to show up to these employee parking lots and camp there. You can't just pull up in a 40-foot bus or set up a travel trailer.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think they would let you. You can't just like come in with a trailer or a toy hauler or something like that. You know, this is still small enough. It's just like a 24 feet, like a little van, fancy. It's not very stealth, but they never questioned me. But yeah, just like you said, you cannot just walk into a parking lot with a trailer, you know, I mean, it's impossible, so.
Now, a lot of the viewers are going to ask about fuel economy and price point. How many miles per gallon, and what does something like this cost?
This runs on gas, it's not diesel, and believe it or not, for this much of mass, I get 14.5 to 15 miles per gallon. So that's pretty cool, because like a lot of people were like, oh, you must be getting no more than 8. I'm like, believe it or not, I'm getting 14.5 to 15 gallons. I mean, miles, what's up with the gallons? So it's very fuel efficient. It drives like a car, like an SUV, so it's very speedy, comfortable. I don't know, it's the right thing to do. I'm very glad that I did it. I needed more space than my previous conversion van, and this provides me all that. So I'm very, very happy. And the cost of this is not as expensive as you might think. I financed it, and I'm only paying roughly, with the insurance, $350 a month. So I would have paid probably double that if I stayed in hotel rooms for going to work. So this is fantastic, and this also takes me to skiing resorts and beaches and lakes and places that no hotel can take me. So
thank you very much for coming back to the channel today.
Of course.
I love your tours. You're so passionate about what you do and what you have here.
Thank you.
I'll make sure I link to your YouTube and your Instagram so our viewers could follow along with you.
Thank you.
Well, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.